Hello and welcome to quick and easy tutorials from Wonderha. You're now watching the first part of the four-part web scraping tutorial using Python. Let us say we need to scrape results from an e-commerce website and use the results for our reporting purposes. So let us navigate to flipkart.com, one of the famous e-commerce website. You can try this approach with any other website of your choosing. And let's search for iPhone for an example. So we have the catalog of all the iPhones here from top to bottom sorted. Now imagine we have to get the name of the product, price of the product, and the rating of the product into CSV so that we can analyze in a visualization tool. The end result should look something similar to this. Once we extract all the scraped results one by one and export it as a CSV, it looks something similar to this. We can open this in CSV, we can open this in Excel and use it as a input for any visualization platform available. Let's jump right in without wasting much time. First, let us create a new Python file in our projects folder and import the necessary libraries to complete the task. We need Beautiful Soup, requests, and URL open to immediately get and parse the results. Alright, let's start. So we'll start by importing the Beautiful Soup. So from PS4 import B capital. So we have imported Beautiful Soup, and now let's import request and URL open as well, which we will be using moving forward. Now let's actually go back to Chrome where we left off, and if you see the Chrome URL bar, so we will have to copy this URL here and assign it to a variable. URL is equal to, in the double quotes, just ensure that the search is in place because we are copying the URL after the search. That's very important. Now, since we have given the URL, let's read it. Let's make a request using a request variable. So we type something like this: request req, you can give any variable, is equal to request of URL headers. In the headers column, in the headers argument, we generally give user agent as Mozilla Firefox. We can use any user agent. I personally use Mozilla Firefox. It gives better results. Since we have made a request, now let's actually read the request which is made using the URL. So let's invoke another variable called reader is equal to URL open. So we have utilized the request library which we imported. Now we are utilizing the URL open which we imported earlier. So we have to actually open this particular variable which we just invoked, URL open req dot read. Just to give you a broad understanding, let's print what we just read. Print reader. So it prints something like this. We definitely cannot make much sense out of it. So we need to actually parse this using Beautiful Soup, the third library which we want to use to make sense out of what is being read and make it look in a presentable format. Now we have utilized request, we have utilized URL open. Now it's time to utilize Beautiful Soup. So let's invoke another variable called parsed underscore response, since we need this as in the parsed format. Beautiful Soup reader, comma, html dot parser. So now we have made the request, we have read the URL, and we parsed the response. Let's now print it. Print parsed response. Oh, okay. So firstly, read is a function. So when we are reading it, we need to give it as a function, right? And my bad, I have actually parced score response, parse response, right? Let's print it. All right, so we got pure HTML. Let me just try to make this big so that we all can read. So we made the request from the URL and we got this as an output. This is pure form of HTML read from the website in a parsed format. We now need to learn how do we actually manipulate this HTML and utilize this in our reporting. So as per our goal, we need to reach to something like this from this. So in my next video tutorial, I would like to explain about how do we actually parse this HTML in Python and make it look in a presentable format so that we can reach this result.